we'll do it.
But we got a budget for you.
Yeah.
We
All right.
Welcome to another episode of Tall Boy Sunday. Mike, today co-hosting is my brother, Brian. Say what's up.
Yes.
Okay, and then today we have a very special guest. We got DJ Manny Lico.
We here.
What's happening? I know we were chopping him before. And I always ask this. Where'd you grow up? Where you from? A little backstory.
Yeah. My early days were in LA, South Central.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used to come out here to the Valley a lot because my mom and dad, they were separated since I was like 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And so weekends I used to come to the Valley and just chill here. Then started going to school to, where'd I go? Bird Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when I kind of like moved into the Valley and became a Valley boy. You know what I mean?
So up until like what age do you still remember South Central?
Like 13.
13?
Yeah.
So you would spend out like all weekend out there and then come back to, and by the Valley we were referring to the San Fernando Valley.
Yeah, San Fernando Valley.
Yeah, no disrespect to the San Gabriel Valley.
The Antelope Valley.
Yeah. Oh, no. Not them. Disrespect towards them.
Yeah, well, first it was week over there and then week in the San Fernando Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I moved in with my dad, then that was weekends out there in LA and then the week out here.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would go to school here.
And then, so if you went to Bird, like you lived in Sun Valley.
Sun Valley, yeah.
And how was it growing up right there, like going back and forth?
It was cool. I feel like at first it was like a little rough because I was like the new kid, you know what I'm saying? The kid from LA. And I really didn't know anybody. I had zero friends out here. So like at first I like get bullied and all that. But,
yeah?
Yeah, hell yeah, bro, at Bird. But I feel like kind of like it built me to a different character, you know?
But was it bullying or they were just testing you, you know?
Nah, like
Because I feel like all of us went through like a little bit, you know?
Nah, I had some real bullying going on, but like it was crazy because
what's his name? Or her?
Nah, but it's funny, bro, because I feel like all right. So look, every time I like pass by this dude, like he was huge, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a short guy. This guy was like 5'10", 5'11" already in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Huge too in weight. And every time I pass by, I don't know why. Like he just wanted to hit me. He would punch me like on my face, my chin, and all that.
Some guys are fucking assholes like that.
Yeah, but I was like, damn, what's wrong with this guy, bro? And so little by little, I started making some friends, you know. But I realized like I don't know anybody here, so my mentality was like I got to get with someone that's someone. You know what I'm saying? So then back in the days, it was this kid. Can't remember his name. Oh, Angel. His name was Angel. And he had like a little crew, you know,
A little posse.
Yeah. And then and I was like, oh, like I got to chop it up with him, and he was like, oh, you should come kick it with us and this and that. And then you know who used to kick it with him actually? R.I.P. Chimpo.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, Chimpo used to kick it with him too and all that. So after that, like I started going to kick it with him like in lunch and all that. And I feel like that's when like the little like. My little like circle started building.
There you go.
Yeah, and then I started being friends with them and all that. But it was funny though, cause me and Chimpo didn't get along at first.
Oh no.
Nah, cause he
with like respect to the homie, rest in peace and everything. But yeah, he was a little hard to get along with at first.
Yeah.
But then once you guys were cool,
Cause he was cool with Angel, like real cool. But me is like I'm the new kid and all that, and then so this was like the beginning of everything. You know what I'm saying? So like. A lot of kids went on to like probably join gangs and all that stuff from there. So for us, is like the way he was moving and all that. It was it was like you had to get jumped to be part of the crew or whatever.
Damn.
I didn't though. Like he was just like, you can walk in type.
All right.
So I don't know if that was part of why Chimpo was like tripping, or whatever. But like he was kind of like, damn, bro, like you kicking it with this new kid now and all that. Like so I don't know if he felt like a little like off to the side or whatever. So we had like little altercations at first. You know what I mean? But time went on and like it was my homie. You know what I'm saying? Like we were bros after that.
You think he was just jealous?
Like, possibly.
Who's this guy with my friend?
I know, right?
Because everybody's like 12 years old at that time.
Yeah, like you know.
Yeah.
We probably didn't call it jealousy back then, but it was just like, he probably felt some type of way, which I get it, because like a new kid just came and he's kicking it with my homie. I feel some type of way too.
So how long did it take to acclimate?
To what?
To acclimate, like to get used to.
Probably like like 6 months, 7 months.
That's not bad. That's not
Yeah.
bad. Especially for like some, because like people don't understand. Like LA is massive, is gigantic. So like even if you move like 5 miles from where you're at, like it's a brand new process to make friends, right?
Not for sure.
Yeah.
And it happened to me all the time because like back in the days, you know, like we didn't have the best of life, you could say, like financially. So man, I was moving every single year.
Oh, for real?
Every single year I lived in a new place because it was just me and my dad at the time. You know? So we'd be renting like a room at someone's house.
Oh, so but you
garage.
stayed in the same area.
Yeah,
though.
within the same area. Yeah.
Damn,
And mostly within Sun Valley, actually.
That would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but you know, we had to pack our stuff or boxes, bags, whatever, go to the next house and all that, and it just kept happening. But I feel like I appreciate all that. You know what I'm saying? Because it built me to who I am now.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
That's dope. You know what? Before we continue, let's do some business. Today on Tall Boy Sunday, all right, we are trying. This one's called La Llorona. Mexican lager. Oh, fuck, I can't read. It's from Ogopogo Brewing out in.
I think it says. Oh, San
it?
Gabriel.
San Gabriel. All right, we're just talking about San Gabriel.
Right. Shout out to San Gabriel Valley.
Yeah. And did you ever drink or?
Oh, nah, not
are you
really.
Are you in a program?
Yeah, I never been a drinker, never been a smoker. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
All my homies drink though. They drink everything I'm not drinking.
All right. Well, the big homie you brought, like he accepted the talking.
Well, of course he did. I'm sure he'll take that over water all day. Hell yeah.
So you just never got into it?
Nah. I don't know. I feel like
You're one of the rare few.
One of the rare few for sure.
There you go.
Yeah. I have people always asking me like, "Damn, bro, like, how you have fun without drinking?" And I'm like, "Shit, I don't know, bro. I'm used to it."
Yeah.
You know, at this point, I don't even feel like I need it. You know what I'm saying? There's not like one bit of like in me that tells me like, "Oh, you should drink" or whatever.
Yeah, you remember every night.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a lot of the homies don't remember their birthdays. I do.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No, well, that's cool. Like maybe as a younger man, I would have not said something, but like I would have like made some comments, you know.
Right.
But that's just like I don't know. I guess it's like it's your insecurities talking.
Yeah, not for sure.
Yeah.
That shit in fucking Friday. Mm-hmm. Like that probably would have been us like fucking Debo and shit. That'd be a bitch. Come on.
Oh yeah. Nah, yeah. And I got it, you know, when I was younger too. I got it, but it was like, I'm cool, bro.
But it's just your immaturity talking, you know. And now it's like we have a few friends that, like in their in a program, you know, where they have to be sober,
Right?
They can't be drinking, and like now it's like
now it's crazy because like also like when I think about it, like just not drinking in general kind of got me away from a lot of problems that a lot of the homies. Damn, someone's getting chopped up over there.
Chihuahuas are getting down.
No, but yeah, like I was saying, I feel like a lot of the homies have gone through so many like DUIs, just a lot of things that escalated to something so big, and like even lives have been lost. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the stuff I kind of like never experienced it because, and I don't want to say it just because I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I had to play a part in it. You know what I'm saying?
No, so, you're allowed to have an opinion. You go ahead.
Yeah. So but it's crazy though because I feel like you said, as we became more mature and all that, that wasn't even like a joke or nothing, like none of that. But it was like the opposite, because like, you know, I hang out with like, or I've hung out with people like real gangsters. You know what I'm saying? And for example, like the ones that know me well, I'll be in the same circle and all that, and like even with smoking, for example, and they'll be passing the backwood, you know. And I'll be in the circle because that's like where I'm at. And it'll be someone that don't know me and like they'll hand it to me. And you know what I'm saying? Some of these guys like, they'll be like, no, like don't pass it to him, bro. He don't smoke. And I've had them tell me like, dog, like one of the reasons why we respect you so much is because you ain't never trying to like be a follower or like you never try to be nobody else. Like you always been yourself in this room, in that room, and in that one too. So then that's why like, you know, I feel like a lot of people respect me too. Because like, you know, I just know who I am and I'm secure about myself, and that's something, you know.
There you go. Have you ever seen Training Day?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So put yourself in the car with Denzel. Would you have smoked that PCP for him?
With Denzel.
Yeah, I would have. I would have. Oh, fuck. I'm not trying to get caught up right now.
Why was he making him do it? It was because something about a job, right?
Yeah. He's like, I'll get you fired or whatever. that like really he just wanted to blackmail him later.
Yeah.
With the piss test.
I don't know, like that movie's dope, bro. Like I really like it. But I just feel like at the end of the day, it's a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I feel like ain't no man can make me do something I don't want to do.
Oh,
You feel me? So then I just feel like if I didn't want to do it, I didn't have to do it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You have more willpower than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's just, part of the movie. It made it more interesting.
Yeah, right?
Especially when it was like tripping out and everything. I was like, that's fun.
All right. So back in middle school, that's when I had first met you. I know we were on different tracks.
Right. What track were you in?
I was on B track.
Okay, yeah.
But I was always in summer school because my mom wanted me to graduate as soon as possible.
Yeah.
You know?
Damn, I didn't even graduate middle school, bro.
No?
Hell no.
Damn. No wonder you were in summer school then.
Yeah. It's because I started being bad after that, bro. I'm not going to lie.
All right.
Yeah. Because, the same situation. Like, I felt like, especially with that kid who used to bully me, it got to a point where I was just like, man, I got to stand up for myself. And then I just started kind of like building that character I'm talking about. And it got to the point where I was just being a little knucklehead too. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy too, because I mean, I don't know if you remember, but like it was a lot of like rumbles and a lot of fights during lunch and all that.
I do.
And it was a little, I don't know if you remember that liquor store down the street.
Which one?
San Fernando and like that little street from Bird.
I think I do.
Like if you go walking, like not like the projects and you keep going, and it was like right there, liquor store. Well,
Yes, I do.
yeah, I don't remember like the guy's name, which is a good thing because what he did would have incriminated his ass. He used to sell us like little pocket knives because it used to get crazy for real. You know what I'm saying? It was middle school, but like kids were like real active out there.
It was actually.
You know what I'm saying? So then I like would get a pocket knives right before school, run to the school, go hide them under the like rocks and stuff like that. So that lunchtime we already knew where we had everything to stash, and when we had to go get that and just be ready just in case. And I remember we used to go at it with the B trackers too. A track not really. That was all the smart kids and shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I just felt like it kind of got me to act different. You know what I'm saying? And I actually stood up to that bully too.
There you go.
Big as hell, bro. And I remember I can't remember what class it was.
Was it like straight up fist fight, open hand? Or?
Yeah, hell yeah. I was like, bro, like, man, I'm tired of you. I was like, I'm trying to fight you right now.
Yeah, because
he was like laughing, bro. Like, really, bro? Like, you a midget next to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really trying to fight me? Like, you know what's gonna happen. And I was like, come on, let's go. So right after class, I waited for him outside, and I feel like I had so much anger built in me. I started whooping his ass like bad. Like I was just going at it.
What was the first move? Do you remember?
I just remember charging at him, like just fist, just
Okay.
going nonstop.
Just
And he was like, he would
high
throw,
energy.
yeah, he would throw like a punch, and every punch he'll throw, like I'd throw like 5. I was just like going at it crazy, bro, like a crazy kid. I don't even think I had like a form or nothing, bro. I was just going at it. It got to the point where he was like, all right, stop. And I wouldn't stop. It was like a little angry pit bull, bro. I was just going at it. And they had to like grab me and like pull me off of him. So after that, I was on that mentality, like, hell no, like if I already beat him up, like ain't nobody like fucking with me right now, you know? And he didn't go to school for like 3 days, I think.
damn.
Yeah, and then when he finally came to school, the cops came to get me from class.
Oh yeah, what did they tell you?
Yeah, I mean they said it was like an assault or something like that. But he was cool though, cause like he ended up telling him like, nah, yeah, I used to bully him and this and that. Actually, I told him, I was like, nah, like we put us right in front of each other, and I saw it, like, bro, his chest, like it was like lift up your shirt. They showed his chest, whole thing, arms and everything was purple, like super bruised up. It was bad. So then I was like, well, yeah, man, he used to hit me all the time and bully me and all that. So that's why I did it. And they asked him, like, yo, like, is that true? And at least he was man enough to be like, admit it. I'm like, yeah, I used to mess with him and this, that. So
It looked like he got down like shirtless with like 9 cats.
yeah, nah, but he ended up being cool after that. We became homies. Like even him and I, he was like, man, if you ever need anything, like just let me know. I got your back. His brothers too, that they're from the hood and everything. So he was like, if you ever need anything, like we good. And then like we finished middle school and everything as friends. You know what I'm saying? So
Cool.
yeah. Cool.
So when you say you were being bad in middle school, is it just ditching or just?
Nah,
like,
I just feel like I was kind of getting like that little street mentality. You know what I mean? And I was just doing a lot of fighting. I was always in the office, cops always came for me. Like it was just a lot of like phone calls every single day. You know, my dad was tired of like phone calls already. He had to tell one of the teachers like, man, just stop calling me already. Like, I already know my kids misbehaving. You know, so
I'm at work.
Yeah, like, what's new? You know, so
you know, you took a very different approach than I did. Because I wasn't getting good grades in middle school either, but like I wasn't getting into fights like that either. But I think it's because like I would wear like these big old like XXX anime shirts with Goku on it, you know.
That's my things to this day, bro.
Hell yeah! I had my fat deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards or Pokemon or Beyblades. If anybody remembers those, yeah. So like I don't think I was much of a threat, you know.
For sure. Yeah, nah, for me it was like it got to the point where like I remember one of my homies too. You ever met Brian Pocasangre?
Brian Pocasangre.
Curly hair. Light-skinned dude. You remember him?
I know him. Yeah.
That's my brother, bro. Like I love that dude. Like we grew up together. We went to church together and all that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but at the time though, you know, that's when I was in my little crazy mentality. So I remember one time I put up to school and we used to line up for PE. You remember that?
I do.
And then so like he was right in line and I was like, no way, this dude got the same shoes I got. And I went up to him, I was like, bro, like take them shits off, bro. And he's like, nah, bro, like this is the only
not even
ones
the same size.
Yeah, he's like, no, he was like, it was the only ones I got. I was like, all right, well, don't wear those shoes no more, bro. I got the same ones.
Oh.
It was just dumb stuff like that, you know what I mean? But like that's just to tell you like what route I was taking, bro. And it was like, yeah, I'm sure if I would have kept on that, like my story would be different, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
And was it in middle school that you finally got into music or?
Nah,
was there a few
I want
more
to say
years?
like 15, so probably like a sophomore. Yeah, that's when I started DJing and I started writing music really, but then I got into DJing because I figured like that's faster money, even though I wasn't really charging at the beginning. Like you know, I was just doing like little parties and I was doing them for free too.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I was just like
you're in high demand then.
Yeah, flyer parties. You know what I'm saying? Back then, like and if we didn't have a place to throw the party, we'll break into like an abandoned building and just go throw a party in there. Yeah,
I remember we went to I'm pretty sure you were there. It was like this automotive garage. It was like the garage was closed.
Yeah.
But the yard, somebody had broken open the chain and opened up the gate. That. And then it was a big ass party. It was great.
Hell yeah.
It didn't even get raided or anything. That was a great time.
Yeah, so that was like pretty much like my time when I started getting into music. And I DJed for like maybe 2 years, just kind of like doing little parties and shit like that until I was able to charge. I felt like more comfortable with my work and everything. And then people was liking it too, so they were like you said, high demand, you know what I'm saying? They started to book me for like quinceañeras and weddings and all that. And at the time, man, I was charging like $150 for a whole wedding.
Dang.
You know what I mean? Like that's like, but I wanted some money, you know. And at the time, if I'm 15, bro, doing that like $150 for me was like enough. You know what I mean? Because what am I gonna go buy? Some white tees, some Pro Clubs, some white Air Forces. You know?
Yeah, there you go.
Shit, we got $5 to make that shit work.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
because you know, I remember you weren't just DJing. You were the hype man and right?
The whole thing, man. I had a microphone and all that. So, and I feel like I DJ weddings and all that for like a long time until I moved on to I did some schools first. So I started DJing at Poly, and then from there. I went back to like LA and I started DJing at Crenshaw High School.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so I was doing like a lot of their homecoming dances and just all type of events. You know, and they showed a lot of love over there too. And then my cousins, they all went to Crenshaw High School because that's probably where I was gonna go to if I stayed out there, you know. And then so yeah, we had fun DJing like high schools and all that stuff. And then that's when I moved on to club. And I feel like that was like my turning point in my career because once I started DJing clubs, that's when the real networking started. Started meeting people left and right, promoters, managers, and all that.
And who's the one that connected you to your first club?
That was my homie Brian G. He it's crazy though, cause like I had never in my life DJ at a club before. I didn't even know what it was like to DJ at a club. I was like 19, and
what is it like? You just take your laptop and Or you take more equipment, or how does that
Yeah,
work?
I mean, you know, we already have Serato and all that, so I didn't have to go through all the stuff like the older DJs had to go through with crates and all that.
Yeah.
So really, I just had my backpack, my laptop. But he came in and he was like, "Yo, like you DJ club before?" And I was like, "Yeah," knowing that I've never DJ'd a club before, you know.
That's how you do it. You gotta
Yeah.
lie.
So then he was like, I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, for sure." So he's like, "I'm opening up a club. We start in like in 2 weeks or something like that. And if you can open up for us," I'm like, "All right, cool." So I actually was the first DJ, you know, like the opener DJ, and we had like a bigger DJ that was headlining that day, and I went like super unprepared. I didn't have my vinyls for the Serato. I didn't have needles, none of that, because I'm thinking like they're gonna have it at the club, you know? Yeah. So then I pull up like real confident, and I'm about to start DJing, and I'm like, damn, I don't have none of this stuff.
Did you have to borrow it from another guy?
Well, I went to ask the promoter, Brian G, and then I was like, "Yo, like," and he's like, "Man, just go ask one of the other DJs, see if they want to let you use it." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I go, and then I was asking like 3 other DJs that were there, and nobody wanted to let me use their stuff.
I bet.
They're like, "Nah, bro, like I'm cool, I'm cool."
My shit, man.
Yeah. And then at first I was mad. I was like, "Damn, y'all stingy, like for real, you know, like just let me use that thing, like the needle, bro. I just need one, you know."
Yeah.
It was like, "Nope." And then one of them was like, "I'll rent it to you." I was like, "All right, cool." So I ended up paying for it. But like as time went by, and I got more experience with all that, I realized that was such a personal tool. Cause like the needle, for example, you gotta lick it. You know what I'm saying? Like so it can get more traction on the arm, on the turntable arm.
Yeah.
You lick it, you put it in, and now it's more traction for the energy. So then I was like, that's why they didn't want to let me use their thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I was probably gonna have to lick the same needle that they'd been licking for years. So I understood it later on, and I was like, damn, like all right, I was out of pocket. Yeah, but yeah, that was my first club. That was the first time I DJ club.
Cool. Do you remember the name of it or not?
I think it was called Minx in LA. Yeah.
You heard of that one? No.
Or
Yeah, I think it was like somewhere in LA.
That was cool.
The DJ booth was like hanging from like some like strings, and it was like high, so I had to get like a little stool.
Like,
Yeah, and it moved. It was like all over the place. I was so
shit.
I was so used to like weddings and all that. And
standing
School
one
table.
spot.
yeah, but it was cool though because after that one, like I really had the people vibing. Because I had so much training already from DJing like all the high schools and all that, and hyping people up. And that's one thing that a lot of DJs wasn't doing at the time. Like they were probably good at DJing, good song selection and all that, but they didn't have that like charisma on the microphone and just hype people up and all that. So I came and did that, and next thing you know, bro came through the Brian G, and he was like, "Damn, bro, like you did your thing. So you ready for next week?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." And I just became like his DJ. And then from there, he moved me up to like headlining, and I started doing bigger clubs. Then he introduced me to other promoters, and they started booking me. And then from there on, I went crazy after that.
Cool.
Yeah, I did all the
So,
Playhouse,
like,
Supper Club, all that.
So you went from weddings and like 15s and stuff to like DJing clubs every weekend.
Yeah. And sometimes it was like 3 to 4 different clubs every weekend.
Damn.
Yeah.
And this is all while you're still in high school? No.
Nah, this is right after high school.
This is right after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I could have sworn I seen you at the graduation, right?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, did I DJ? No, I didn't DJ.
No, but I'm saying like we graduated together.
Yeah. No, I did.
Yeah.
And I ended up performing, I think, right? Because I remember being on stage for some reason. And I know I wasn't DJing because they didn't let me. They were like, "Nah, you got to enjoy the party."
Well, I didn't stay too long because my dad's big on like beating the crowd. So like at Dodger games, we're leaving at the 3rd inning.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, he's got his diploma. Cool, let's bounce.
That's funny.
Let's
Wait,
take
no. I'm thinking prom, bro. At the Ronald Reagan.
Yes,
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah, graduation too though. Like I remember, like I ended up singing like what was that thing called, the alma mater, something like that from Poly.
The alma mater?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but possibly. But I remember I was late too. So
Yeah, I remember like some of that.
Hey, you were fucking late to your graduation.
I was.
Is it because of the game?
No, it's just
Oh, all right.
just a poor time manager.
I feel
Yeah.
that.
All right, cool, man. So, and then how soon after you start DJing do you start meeting like your future employers and?
So I think I did a club for like maybe like a year and a half, And then I met Dre Sinatra, and
And my bad, like I don't know who that is.
so Dre Sinatra, he's the man. He's my mentor, you know, and but at the time he was Ray J's DJ.
Oh, okay.
And then they, you know, I knew him because he would come out in VH1, the channel, and For the Love of Ray J. Yeah,
behind the music.
Yeah, like he was like in the front line with him too. So like everybody knew Dre Sinatra at the time, especially like in the club scene and just music in general, you know, because he was very like heavily involved with all that. And so I remember like one time I opened up for him, and this was at Empire.
Okay.
Empire
Damn.
yeah, the Empire days. So then I know so I seen a flyer that he was gonna open up, and headline, and I was opening up for him. So like I think it's just destiny, bro, because like for me, if I ever pulled up to open up, you know, in my early days, the headliner would pull up like 5 minutes before his set. He would DJ and bounce. You know what I mean? But that day, for some reason, he pulled up early, and he heard my set too. So Dre came up to me and he was like, "Oh, like good shit, bro. You did your thing. Like, oh, appreciate it, bro." So in my head, you know, I'm geeking because I was like, "Damn, like Dre Sinatra heard my set and liked it, you know." So that was dope.
Hell yeah.
And then I played a song which I can't remember what it was, but he was like, "Yo, what was the song you played?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's whatever." And he's like, "Oh, cool." He's like, "Can you send it to me?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, how do I do that? And he's like, "Oh, here's my email." So he gave me that email. I was like, "Cool, I'll send it to you tomorrow." He's like, "All right, cool." So then obviously, you know, he DJ'd. I'm over here like checking out his set and everything. And then at the end of the night, I was ready to go home, and one of the homies was like, "Yo, we're gonna have an after party tonight. Pull up." And I'm tired as hell, bro. Like I'm like, "Nah, I'm going home. I'm gonna go to sleep." Super tired, bro. And then I was like, "All right, cool, thanks." And I'm walking out, and I'm like, "Oh, let me go say bye to Dre." So I was like, "Hey, bro, it's like good meeting you and this and that. I'll send you that song tomorrow." He's like, "All right, cool." And he goes like, "Hey, you happen to know about any after parties?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm on my way to one right now. Like, you want to pull up?" After that, in my mind, I was like, I'm not pulling up to that, you know. And then so I was like, "Yeah, come on, let's go." So he's like, "All right, shoot me the addy." I'm like, "All right, cool." I'm like, "I sent it to your email," and he's like, "Nah, get my number." I'm like, "All right, cool." So he gave me his phone number, and then I sent it to him, and then he ended up texting me back, and he was like, "Oh, I'm actually not gonna be able to make it." So in my head again, I'm like, perfect, you know, I could just go home. Yeah. But I want to say like a week later, he texted me and he was like, "Yo, can you pull up to this location, bring that equipment and this and that, and you got a DJ?" I'm like, "Hell yeah." I never asked no questions. I never said how much I'm getting paid. Like none of that. I was just like, man, I'm trying to get my foot in the door somehow. So I went and I DJ'd, and I did the same thing like 4 or 5 times. And then one day he texted me again. He was like, "Yo, this address, that time, you bring this and come alone. Don't bring anybody." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I show up, and it's like this huge mansion in Studio City. And so, you know, whatever, I go to the little call box, big old gate and everything. And I was like, "Oh, it's DJ Lico, Dre Sinatra's homie." He's like, "All right, cool." So they open up the gates, I go up. And then it's this dude, and he's like, "Yo, what's up, you Dre's homie?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right, cool." He's like, "All right, so come with me." So we start setting up the speakers and the DJ booth and all that. And it's like this huge mansion, right? And I'm like plugging in cables and all that. And then all of a sudden, I seen this like super light-skinned hands, super tatted up, like picking up cables with me. And he's like, "Hey, you need help, bro?" And I look up and I was like, "Oh, damn, like it's Mac Miller." So then I'm like, "Oh yeah," like I'm trying to keep it cool. So I was like, "Yeah, go ahead." So he's like, "All right, where does this go?" And then he's helping me plug in cables and all that. And so we did the party, you know.
So both of you guys DJ'd that day?
No, it was his DJ, DJ Clockwork and myself. And, you know, he enjoyed the party and everything. It was like Miley Cyrus was there, Dom Kennedy, a bunch of celebrities. And it was pretty cool because, like, that's one of my first, like, times that I was really in the middle of a lot of celebrities, you know, and just, like, DJing for them and all that. And they liked the party. They liked the way I DJ. So his DJ, Clockwork, he was like, "Yo, like, you know, we're going to keep in contact and we're going to book you for the next ones." All right, cool. So then more parties came through. I started DJing for them and bringing all my equipment and all that. And little by little, it just started building a relationship. And I feel like that was like pretty much how I got in that circle. You know, it got to the point then now I was like part of the circle. Now I'm able to come, like now we know each other and all that. Mac Miller like knows me now. I'm able to pull up to the studio. He had a studio at home.
And then there's no question like, oh yeah, just let him in.
Yeah, like I know like
You're a regular.
the code and everything now. Like now I'm getting in. Like now I'm pulling up and Mac Miller's like recording. I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? He's like, oh, what's good, bro? And then it's just me and Mac now, you know, and like stuff like that. Bunch of parties, birthday parties and all that. Then he ended up having that show on MTV, Mac Miller and the Most Up Family. And I ended up being on episode 2 of that too, because we threw a big ass party. It was like the end of the world party.
All right.
Yeah, and then again, you know, I ended up DJing that too. It was funny though, because like the scene I'm coming out in is like I had a female that said she wanted to DJ with her breast on my turntables. And I was like,
Oh damn.
sure, why not? You know, so
I got lights on.
and they actually got that part like right like in front of me, and they put it on the episode too. But
Cool.
yeah, that was cool. And then yeah, so around that time, you know, I was really with them like all the time. We did a lot of shows together. We went to San Diego and all that, and it was really cool. It was a good 3-4 years that with Mac Miller.
What was he like? Just super chill.
Yeah, Mac was like a huge kid. He knew how to have fun. He loved having fun.
You like the Power Rangers?
Yeah, like he what's up?
Say he liked the Power Rangers?
Nah, I don't think he liked the Power Rangers.
Oh, no,
he was just more of like having fun. You know what I'm saying? Like let's just go out there and have fun. Like he would jump out on the pool out of the balcony. He'll like just do like go to the grocery store with like his security guard and just do dumb stuff with the cart and like, you know, just like shit that you wouldn't think a celebrity is doing or an artist. But it's cool though. Like I really feel like he was really enjoying life because of that.
So
he didn't
was
take
more
everything so serious. You know
Yeah,
what
so
I'm
he's
saying?
more of a prankster.
Yeah,
there you
all
go.
of that. Yep. Yeah, but he knew how to have fun. Though. That's the thing for sure.
Cool, man. And I don't want to get too deep into it because you know that's him, and we gotta respect the dead. But like, would you notice that he would get on sick ones?
I feel like Mac, you know, started having like, I feel like, you know, his habits started like getting heavier by by the years and stuff like that. But me personally, I never saw like him having a problem with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see a lot of the homies, you know, and a lot of people like use different things, and you know what I mean. I just saw it as like
He's having fun.
just having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So he was more private about it. Like he wasn't all like out in the open.
Right.
All right. That's pretty cool. And then, did you ever help him produce any of his beats or anything like that?
Nah. It was
No?
just a lot of hanging out, the DJing part, and that's it.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
And how often do you think you guys would hang out? Daily? Weekly?
A few times a week. I would pull up maybe like 3 times a week to his house. Yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah. And this whole time that you still have your side gigs at the clubs?
Yeah, I'm
and-
still running everything.
Uh-huh.
Actually, around that time is when I met Nipsey Hussle too.
Through him?
And, no, just a whole different outlet.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I had a Nipsey perform in the San Fernando Valley, and I think we made history that day because that was the only time he ever came to the Valley to perform.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, technically, I'm the only person that ever brought him to the San Fernando Valley to
Sick.
perform. Yeah.
Where was it? You remember?
Yeah, it was at a club called Vive, I think. Yeah, in like Woodland Hills.
Oh, okay. So now
Yeah.
that's on the west side.
Yeah,
I don't know
it
too
was for
much.
my birthday party too, so everybody that was there was like my people.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it was so hard to get him to come out because I didn't know him at the time, so it was hard to even book him to pull up, you know. And
What did you have to do, bro?
I had to go on Twitter and just start looking for like people, you know.
Oh.
And just that's actually when I met JP George Peniche.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then his DJ VIP, he directed me to George Peniche, and then so we started chopping it up, and he ended up telling me the price. Actually, right before Nipsey too, though, because I just wanted someone to come perform at my birthday party. I didn't know who, but at the time I already knew a lot of people. I was already plugged up, and like I knew like DJ Ill Will, who was managing Kid Ink at the time. And I had texted Ill Will about Kid Ink, and then like the price was like insane. And I was
I
like,
bet, dude.
But I got Kid Ink was popular at the time too, and all that. And I was like, hell, there's no way I can pay that. There's no way. So I kept looking around, and I wanted someone that was like, not that just was popping, but like someone I really liked too.
Juan Gabriel.
That would have been crazy, bro. I would do Juan Gabriel all day. Yeah. But I ended up just shooting my shot with Nipsey and see if I can book him. So that's when I did all that Twitter stuff. And then once they told me the price, I was like, still a little up there. I was like, can we do a little better? And he was like, all right, we could do this. And it's just gonna be like literally like a walkthrough. He's gonna pull up to your party, probably say what's up on the mic, maybe do a song if it feels like it, and that's it. I'm like, that's cool. I just want Nip to pull up to my party. That's all I want. So then we ended up locking it in. I remember taking all the money in cash, and I was like, damn, man, I'm really putting up this money, man. And I was scared. I was like, man, whatever. So paid him up and everything. And so the day of my party, he showed up, and I think he's seen the vibes. Like everybody was there, and like how excited they got when they saw him. I had like 300 people there, and so he came. He said what's up to the crowd and everything. People were super pumped, and he was like, "All right, let's do a song then." So boom, he performed one song, and then he goes like, "All right, what else we got, VIP?" And then he like plays another one. I'm like, oh hell yeah, like what's going on?
He's got a full concert now.
Yeah, and then so now like he's seen like every, because me and
so you had never met him prior.
I've met him once. I met him. I went to Belasco. You heard of Belasco?
I haven't. I'm sorry.
So a club in LA. At the time, it was like a nightclub. I went to Belasco. Like maybe that was probably like 2 years before that, and I just met him there. And I was there with who was I there with? My boy Night Train. Who's like popping right now. And
how'd he get that name?
And DJ Night Train?
I
have no idea. Yeah. And then we put up with him. We were with Mustard, DJ Mustard. And then YG, Dom Kennedy, and Nipsey showed up. And I went up to Nip and I asked him if I can have a picture. And he was like, hell yeah, come on, bro, let's get a pic. And I was like, all right, cool. That was like 2 years before my birthday party. And then something came up where like they called him or something. He's like, oh shit, hold up, bro, I'll be right back. And he left, so I didn't get the picture. But this is how I knew like Nip was like a real ass dude. He came back like way after, and he looked for me. And he's like, hey, bro, it's like, you still need that picture? And I was like, oh hell yeah. So I still have that picture and everything. So that was the first time I met him. And then 2 years later, what's up?
So you should frame it.
I should. Yeah, it's on my files, but I should print it out and frame it up, because that was the very first time I ever met him. And then, so yeah, like, he started performing, did 1, 2, 3 songs, and he saw everybody was like damn near karaoke and the whole thing. So I know like he felt the vibe, and he was like, okay, this is real fans here. And, like an artist, bro, at the end of the day, it's like they could charge a lot, but it's something they love doing. You know what I'm saying? Like they love that energy that the people gives them. If they're like at a place with 1,000 people, or 10, 15,000,
like
they're not singing their songs though, like he's not even gonna want to perform a song.
Yeah.
But if you're there with 300 people only, and everybody's like into it, singing all your lyrics that you probably wrote on your phone or a piece of paper, and they singing it back to you and giving you all the energy, then he was probably like, man, let's keep going. So long story short, bro, he didn't do 1, he didn't do 2, he didn't do 3 songs. He did 50 minutes on stage.
Damn, full hour.
Whole concert. And I was like, damn, that was dope, bro. Like I got this whole concert for that amount. When I was just okay with him pulling up to the party, and that's it. So from there, I ended up meeting Jay Stone, who was one of his artists. And he had just came out of prison, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I chopped it up with him. And one of my favorite songs on the Crenshaw mixtape, I don't know if you guys remember that, was the song called All Get Right, which was featuring Jay Stone. And then so I approached him and I was like, bro, like I really like your song with Nip, that All Get Right. And I told him I produced and I DJ'd and all that. And I was like, it's actually my birthday party you guys are at. So he's like, all right, for sure, bro, let's exchange info. And so I gave him my phone number. He gave me his. The following week, he hit me up and he said, yo, like Lico, he's like, can you help me set up an event, kind of like your birthday party? Excuse me. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. So I hit up one of the homies. I had what was that club called? Infusion. at City Walk. And I knew the manager at the time. Hit him up, and I was like, bro, I'm trying to set up this event. If you can let me have Friday night, we'll pack it out. We'll sell out and this and that. And he's like, all right, cool. So I did it. We sold tickets. I think it was sold out. And then Stone was like, within a week, he was like, damn, bro, like you work fast and like you know what you're doing. So then the day of the event, I was calling Stone like, bro, where you at? Like the manager keeps calling me, and he said like this is a line like wrapped around the building, and he doesn't want to let people in because we're not even there. Yeah, so I'm like, where you at? I'm calling him, texting him, nothing.
And he flaked.
I'm like, damn, bro, like what's going on? And then so this is like 10 p.m., 10:30, 11. I call Kevin. I said, yo, man, just let the people in. Just let the people in, and like we'll figure something out. And then by the time the Stone didn't answer, almost midnight, I was like, all right, we're gonna call it off. And I was like, bro, like, sorry about that. I was like, keep the money from the door. I don't know where these guys at, but like, we're not showing up. We didn't show up, and we had a whole sold out event. That like at 4 a.m., Stone calls me. It's like, damn, bro, my bad, bro. I was in jail.
Oh,
yeah. So he couldn't make it. He was in jail. So, but you know that kind of like just like set the bar for like the type of work that I do and how diligent I was with, you know, being able to get the promoters on board and the building and the club or whatever, and like doing an online Eventbrite and stuff like that for people to buy tickets. So from that point on, he was like, man, let's keep working together. I'm like, all right, cool. And I just became his DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like I became his official DJ.
And how come you guys didn't pull up?
Where?
At that place, just to hang out and wait for him, I guess.
Nah, I was not gonna show up without him. That would have probably been bad.
How come?
I just feel like people were gonna be like antsy to see him, or like, you know, or asking too many questions. So
isn't there like a back room where you can hang out or not?
At that club, I don't remember if they had one.
Oh, okay. So you would have them in the crowd.
Yeah.
And then possibly repercussions.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So,
but like, did it say on the ticket like, promoted and provided by DJ Lico?
No.
No,
it didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
Somebody's probably gonna look at this like, so that's what we need to get.
Yeah.
Nah, but that was a long time ago. But yeah, I became Jay Stone's DJ, you know, and I feel like it's crazy because like, you know, I had my whole history with Jay Stone, like on one end. You know, in the whole Nipsey Hustle camp, All Money In, Killer Twan, BH, Pac-Man, and that, you know, that's one thing. Then I had my thing going on with Mac Miller, and then Mac Miller introduced me to Wale. So then now I started working with Wale, and then I met just everybody else, King Lil G, and then like all the different artists I've worked with. But I feel like I established my personal relationships with all these different avenues. You know what I mean? And then so... But I feel like one of the longest runs I had as a DJ was with Jay Stone, because you know we probably we were like 8 years deep up until last year when I stopped DJing for him.
Oh, there.
Yeah. So
everything cooler now.
I just, you know, feel like I needed to move on for sure. You know, I feel like I can only grow so much as a DJ for someone. You know what I mean? And I feel like in my goals were like way bigger than that. And I feel like I had to expand my wings and just do my own thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I feel like as of now, it's probably the best decision I've made in a long time. Yeah.
So how long has it been since like you guys went your separate ways?
I didn't even think about it. I don't know. Maybe like a year and a half or something.
Year and a half? Cool.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually ended up listening to your album Manuelito between today and yesterday.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. I like it. It's cool.
Thank you.
You know? I was gonna ask, like, are you signed with anybody? You're just all
independent.
All independent.
Yeah, all independent.
Just like 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah, and then so that album I actually dropped it during pandemic, and it was right after. So I was still on tour with Jay Stone, and pandemic hit, so we couldn't finish it. We did I think we did like 10 or 12 cities, then they canceled us out. We couldn't keep going. We were like in Atlanta, stuck in a hotel for like a week.
For real?
Yeah.
Over there in Georgia, I thought over there in the South it was wide open.
Nah, it was bad. It was at 1st, and my mom used to text me pictures of like Walmart and all that, how it was like dead and there was nothing left. I was like, no way, because I saw the news and all that, but I was like, nah, they're exaggerating. I don't think it's that bad. But once my mom started sending me stuff, and then she was like, when are you coming? When are you gonna pull up home? When are you coming home? And I was like, I don't know, like I can't go right now. Like there's no flights or nothing. Like we were stuck for real. And then so when I came back home, what's up?
Rent a car.
Yeah, nah, I'm not. Hell no. Atlanta to here, that's probably a cool drive. So
It's 3 days.
Is it?
3 days. I've done it a few times.
I hate driving 30 minutes.
Oh, no. Never mind them.
Yeah, so I came back home and it was nothing to do. Like no clubs to go DJ, like absolutely nothing. And I had my studio, so I just went in there and started writing in Spanish.
And I know when you first started, it was all English.
Right.
When did you make the switch to all Spanish?
So I want to say like maybe around that time, actually, pandemic time, yeah, because I had linked up already with like a lot of the rappers in Mexico, and I always knew I can do it. Like Spanish, obviously that's my first language and everything. It's my roots and all that. So I knew I can do it, but I always kept kind of like trying to fight against the grain. And I kept going into like English every time. But then I realized like, and no disrespect to anybody, but it's 1,000, 10,000 kids out here like making music in English, Hispanic kids. You know what I mean? Or just Hispanic people in general.
Yeah.
And but we're tapping into a market that's not necessarily our market. You know what I mean? So unless you're like OGZ or I don't know, what's another rapper that made it in the English world that's Hispanic.
Oh man.
And I'm not talking about Chicano rap.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
yeah.
Mr. Criminal, Lil Rob.
Yeah, but they got their own field. You know what I mean? I feel like
that is a good question.
there's not that many. You know what I'm
many,
saying?
huh?
But we do have a lot of
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. Like
Mexican OT.
Yeah, what do you think about that guy? That new song, like I don't know, I haven't heard too much of his stuff, but like that new song that he came out with Johnny Dang. Yeah.
Oh, I did hear
it. It goes hard, man.
I think it's dope. But that goes back to what I was thinking because I'm like, whose support is he really gonna get? You know what I mean? And I know obviously like he got crazy support going on right now, but the black community are they really gonna take him? I mean, because he's Mexican, making a type of music that's almost seen as if it was trying to mimic the black sound. Or are the Mexicans gonna accept the fact that he's trying to sound a little bit, like South? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So I've heard a few interviews with him, because of this job. Like I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I was listening to before him. Let's be real. So his explanation is that like he's from Houston. That's how people talk there, and that's it. And then I can sympathize that with because my cousins are from
Georgia.
They're from a little town called Calhoun, which is about 40 minutes north of Atlanta. And when they would come over here, I'd be like, "Man, why are you guys talking black?" Like no disrespect to black people, but like they speak a certain way.
Yeah,
and they're like, "No, this is how everybody talks."
I feel that.
This is how everybody talks. And then I gotta check. Like now that I'm older, I gotta check myself that like everywhere is different. Right here, it's right here in specifically Southern California, it's very segregated. We're very in our little camps.
Yeah.
You know. And then when he said that in that interview, like no, just. Yeah, that's how we talk out here in Houston, and that's how it is.
Yeah, but then we almost got fucked up with a cousin that's talking that way and shit.
Yeah, that's true. They came over here talking. I don't know. I don't want to get into it.
Nah, yeah, that's true though. Like I've definitely been to like the whole entire U.S. Every like state you can think of. I've been there and had shows out there. And then one thing for sure is like everybody got their own accent. You know what I mean? Everybody. Like Dallas is so different from New York. New York's so different from like Memphis and all that. And then LA for sure, we're so different. But LA though is crazy because we got so many different sounds and accents within LA.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We
so we're so diverse out here.
And to get back to your point, will they accept him? Yeah, the short answer is yeah. And it really is a SoCal thing that we think that way. Like, oh no, the black people, they're not gonna accept him. Like, he's not one of them.
Right.
And then like once you leave here, I don't think you know this about me, but I actually spent 2 years out in the Bay Area, like living out there, and then the mindset is completely different.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what the fuck is all this, you know?
Yeah.
And like everything's it's all groovy out there.
Yeah, and I feel like that's kind of like what, especially Texas, you know, because we had Paul Wall, you know, he's white, right? If I'm not
and he's
Paul
actually
Wall's
in that song Johnny Dang with him.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, he looking crazy with the white beard and
yeah.
yeah, but nah, yeah, you're right. You know, I definitely see a lot of acceptance. You know what I'm saying in different places. I feel like LA is we're
a little back.
Yeah,
we're getting there, but like we're a little behind on it.
Yeah, but to go back to the point though, that's when I, you know, in my head I was like, I don't want to compete against all these people. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the competition is crazy. You know, as a Hispanic trying to do English music, and how
do you feel about Clan Santa Fe?
Santa Fe. See, that's a whole different field.
Oh yeah.
And I respect it, and that's kind of like, you know, where I was taking it, because at the time, you know, I started working with I don't know if you guys heard of Head Eye Maekis.
No. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Head Eye
Omar's more hip than I am.
Yeah, Head Eye Maekis. He's like at this point, I want to say like he's like top 3.
Oh shit.
In Mexico, including Santa Fe. You know, being in the top 3 as well. Yeah, so like they're killing the game when it comes to Santa Fe and Head Eye Maekis. I feel like they're the top 2 actually.
Okay,
you know
cool.
I mean, like there's nobody touching them. And
the thing is, like, if you hit it big in Mexico, fuck, dude, like it's so massive there,
right?
That you don't have to go anywhere else.
The support is huge there.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of markets like Mexico, Colombia, and like different places like that. Like the country's so big, like you're almost good just being famous there.
There's these 2 DJs that I like from Mexico City. I don't know if you've heard of them. One of them is called Rosa Pistola. One, and then there's another guy named Bubba Dubs, and they're just DJs, or not just DJs, but they're DJs, and they play like a specific sound of reggaeton.
Okay.
And they've made it massive out there.
That's dope. Yeah.
Massive.
That's dope.
So,
Hell yeah. Yeah, but I mean, working with Hera, that's kind of like how my whole like interest for Spanish kind of like sparked up back again. You know what I mean?
And did he tell you specifically like, oh, you should do something in Spanish?
Nah. Like, so with Hera, like when he first started coming out here, he didn't know anybody at all to the U.S. because he's like 100% from out there, you know.
Yeah, he's paisa.
Yeah, like he don't know a word in English. Well, now he kind of does. But at the time, this is like 2018, so we're talking about what, like 5 years ago. The only person he really knew out here in LA was King Lil G and myself.
Okay,
like
cool.
Nobody else. So when he would come out here, like it was like a homie that finally came through again, and we'll kick it. Like we'll get Airbnbs and just like chill, probably throw some little parties in there. We'll get an Airbnb with like 1 or 2 bedrooms only, and then like all the homies will come kick it and play PlayStation and go get snacks and all that stuff. You know, it was like just straight like a bunch of homies kicking it, and it was cool, you know. And then time went by, and then he started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and now like this guy's like insane, bro. Like he's huge. I'm talking about like he's had some like Drake, Bad Bunny numbers out there.
Damn.
Yeah, like crazy.
Nice, yeah. And I gotta look this guy up. Huh?
Yeah, and his last tour that he just did last year, like I was DJing with him too, and my other boy Jay Rick, who's his personal producer.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And
so like,
have you done a lot of touring inside of Mexico or not?
Nah, I've actually never been.
Oh.
Yeah. So then
for real.
that whole tour was here in the U.S. Yeah, and it was crazy though, cause like you know the backstory, how I'll tell you, like we really like he came out here like just to kick it, you know, and then like. I would get him some features, you know. I get him he was a big fan of Mac Miller, and then I was like, well, I can't get you Mac Miller no more, but I can get you his main producer, Sap. So Sap, he did Donald Trump movies, he did all that for Mac Miller.
Okay,
and they were like real close friends. So I was like, I can get you to work with Sap, you know, like Sap is my boy too. So he's like, man, that'll be amazing. Like have the same producer as Mac Miller. He's like, I'm a fan, so I'm like, hell yeah. So I hit up Sap like one day when I picked up Hedda from the airport, and I hit him up on the spot. I'm like, yo, like I got the homie. He's from Mexico. He's pretty big in Mexico. He wants to work with you, and he's like, he checked him out. He's like, hell yeah, let's do it. So that was the first time I ever worked with him. We put that project together and all that, and so it went on from that to like, you know what I'm saying? Like he kept working and doing a lot of features. I got him a feature with Wale as well. So that was crazy, you know, Wale English and then Hera in Spanish. So I made that happen. And then after that, he got the crazy hit. I'm pretty sure if you haven't heard of Hera, you definitely heard of the song. It's called Botella Tras Botella. And it was like this super like sad like acoustic song.
I probably have heard
and
it.
Then I
didn't realize what it is.
Yeah, and then it had like the hip hop element into it that J-Rick put into it. Bro, that song had over 20 million views in one day.
Damn.
In one day, bro. So right now it's way past 500 million. And yeah, so that song alone got him a tour with Christian Nodal, who was featured in the song as well.
Sick ass.
So,
Christian
you know,
Nodal,
yeah, so then I went and did a few dates with him. And then from there, he picked up his own tour, which was the 444 tour. And then we did the U.S. with him. We did like 24 cities around the U.S. And that was just last year. So I think right now he's going to be getting ready. Yeah, thanks, man. So now he's getting ready for another tour in the U.S. So.
And what do you think about that guy, Christian Nodal?
Christian, I think he's an amazing singer. Yeah, he's definitely.
We have a buddy that thinks that he is the Chente of our generation. What do you think about that?
That's some big shoes to fill.
Yeah. That's what we said.
Exactly what we fucking said.
Yeah, I feel like Christian Nodal.
We kind of wanted to slap him after that.
Yeah, like that's you know that's huge to say.
Yeah,
I definitely think he's like in the same room. You know what I'm saying? As the greats. I think he has a long way to go to be to be Vicente Fernandez, to be Juan Gabriel. I don't know. I feel like he's definitely Joan Sebastian.
Rest in peace to the homie.
He's definitely on the road if he continues to do good music as he's doing now. But I feel like, you know, just big shoes. Like we're talking about Chente, bro. Like come on, bro. Movies, like.
Sorry, Rez, you're
you know
wrong.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Besides the music, bro, like the movies, just the impact he had in the whole world.
That's true too, man. Fucking Chente was in like
he was a big time actor, bro. Like
something like 200 movies
plus.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't even know that.
Yeah.
Sure. I had no fucking clue.
You know what's crazy? When we got the news that Chente passed away,
man,
we were actually doing a show at the YouTube theater with Christian Nodal and Hera. And
it's new, huh? The YouTube theater?
Yeah. And we're in the back, just kind of like, there's like a game room in the dressing room.
Where's the YouTube theater?
Englewood, next to SoFi Stadium.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's on the other side.
Right.
Okay,
it's right, the same parking lot and everything. So, and then I remember we was just like playing in the game room. And because, you know, he was sick, right? Like for a long time.
Yeah, he was sick for a
good minute. And then we got the news, like a close source told us like before it hit the news. So they were like, yo, like he just passed away. And I was like, and like to me, it was like I felt sad, bro. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie, because that's someone that we, as kids, our parents listening to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my pops, rest in peace too. Like my pops was like a die-hard Chente fan. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about like every single day, like you said, bro. Crack the beer open and just crank it up. So like listening to Vicente Fernandez for me is like it brings back my pops' memories. So when Chente passed away, I was like, damn, man, there goes another legend. You know what I'm saying? I was sad. So if I felt like that, imagine how Christian Nodal was going to feel if Chente is one of his biggest inspirations. You know what I mean? So this was right before he hit stage. So they actually didn't tell him till after, because I'm pretty sure they didn't want to, you know, mess with his mind and his energy and all that.
Probably a good call, man.
Yeah.
Probably a good call.
Yeah.
And then, you know what, I wanted to ask something more personal, but not really. So we have a mutual friend. He'll stay anonymous. I'll tell you who it is afterwards.
For sure.
But him and his family are from the same town that your family are from, right?
Okay.
And then he says that everybody in that town has 15s, male or female. Is that true? Did you have 15? And why wasn't I invited?
Like all out, like with the
all
chambelanes and all that?
All of that.
I don't know.
Booted.
Is that true?
I don't.
And you're delaying, so
I don't think so. I'm trying to think. I don't want to lie. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think so.
Did you have one?
I didn't have. Well, I had a 15th birthday party, but it wasn't like nothing crazy like that. Yeah, I actually had it on my house. You know, the backyard and everything. Funny thing about that though, I remember that day. I don't know if you've heard of DJ 81.
Yes.
So
he's on Power 106, right?
I think he's on.
Oh,
Cali
he was
93.9.
Yeah, but he was on Power 106 at one point.
So then I wanted to book him. I was 15, so I didn't really know like how to book a big name like that.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna just call him and like book him. You know, I didn't know like how the game ran.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had told all my friends already that like DJ 81 was gonna DJ my 15th birthday party. You know that at the house. And I actually had to contact him through my uncle's friends who were friends with him.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and then he had told us a price, and then he said we had to have the equipment ready for him,
so
that he could just pull up and DJ and all that. And it didn't go through. So a lot of like people that showed up thought he was gonna DJ or whatever, but like it didn't go through. So my dad,
you got DJ Javi instead,
bro, like DJ Jose or something in the mix. Yeah, my dad ended up booking one of his friends that just had a DJ system and. You know, like a straight paisa homie and with the cumbias and all that. So, bro, it was funny though because we had a lady come cook there at the house and all that, and the DJ was right next to her, and out of nowhere, bro, his speakers caught on fire.
Oh,
yeah.
No, that mixtape was a fucking fire. Then.
I don't know what song he was playing, but it was fire.
Was fire.
Yeah, bro, his speakers caught on fire, and then we were like, oh damn, like we were like helping him turn off the fire and all that, bro, and it was cool though. Like he might have had like an extra speaker or something. I remember the party kept going, and yeah, so that was my quinceañera, I guess.
Sounds like a quinceañera.
Right?
Technically, yeah.
But it wasn't that big though. It was like just a few.
Just 100 people.
Yeah. Cool.
Just a salon.
So the answer is yes.
Just 100 people. And only 6 guys had suits on.
I wanted to. You mentioned something. I wanted to touch back on it. Like you said, you haven't been into Mexico. Is there any reason?
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, okay. So we'll leave it at that then. I know what that means.
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean, there's a song I just dropped right now. It's called Los Inmigrantes.
Oh, okay. You know what I did hear? I thought it was part of the album, but no,
it was
its
after
own thing,
that.
huh?
Yeah, Manuelito. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, you got like I think I saw like 6,000 plays on it already. That's pretty good.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
So then, that song kind of like gives you a little background of my whole situation. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm not one to hide none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like something that I want to kind of like a message that I want to bring out because I feel like a lot of kids that come to this country, like they're almost ashamed. You know what I'm saying? Once they get to like a level where they learn the language and all that, they're almost ashamed to like, you know what I'm saying? Like embrace the fact that they here illegally, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, and I feel like we should be stronger together. You know what I'm saying? I want to get that message across people, and I feel like I almost want to make it cool. You know what I'm saying? Because like you have all the odds against you, just like I did. You know, because I was like, bro, I was offered big gigs in like Australia and London, and I couldn't take them. I had to travel with Wale to Africa. I couldn't go. And it was like a lot of things like that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm able to do like certain things to where like I got to request it now. So like, for example, in 2015, I did a tour in South America. So, you know, I went to Colombia and all that. And it was,
so you were able to go? You got a special visa?
I got a special visa for that.
It's like a work visa, no?
It's like an advanced parole permit that they give you. Yeah, so then I was able to do that. So I'm able to do things like that, but it's got to be so like in advance to where like I can't just pack my bags and leave. You know what I mean?
And I don't want to get too into your business, but like you filed paperwork and you're in the process of trying
I'm under DACA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you're trying to get squared away.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of like waiting on whatever happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. And at the end of the day, it's like what I'm trying to say is like the message is like growing up, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have the same opportunities as all my homies. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have the same, like, I couldn't even get FAFSA, bro. You know what I mean? Like, when my dad wanted me to go to college and all that, I had to pay all this stuff myself and all that. So, but none of that was like an obstacle for me. It was definitely a challenge, but I was like, it's cool. Like that just means I got to work a little harder. You know what I mean?
And it's true, and at the same time, it's a double-edged sword. So we were fortunate enough to go back and forth to Guatemala every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, every time I'd go back, I'd always have the English accent a little bit, and then the kids over there make fun of me, you know? Then I come back here, and then you get made fun of because you have a little bit of an accent. I would go for a long time. I'd go for like 2-3 months.
Okay.
And I'd come back with a little bit
Now
of
you
the
pick
lingo.
up the accent from over there and then come back
exactly.
here. Yeah.
And then fuckers from over here clown you. Go over there, they clown you. Like, so you're never, like, from your country enough, or you're never American enough. Yeah. So, fuck it, you know? Like, you got to land somewhere in the middle.
No.
That's how the...
Bikini de allá, bro.
Yeah. That's how the Mexicans end up, but you kind of like, fuck it, we're just Chicanos.
Yeah, we're the Chicanos. Yeah, so then, I feel like, you know, I'm embracing that now. So,
there you go.
And it's the reason why I brought out a song called Los Inmigrantes.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Everybody go listen to that. It's on Spotify.
Go listen
Apple
to that
Music.
right now.
Yeah.
And I'm actually working on the acoustic version of that now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so that one is going to be like completely different now because I changed a few words. It's going to be kind of like a remake or part 2 type of it.
Was it X-rated before? No?
Yeah, it definitely was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure. So now we're going to switch it up, make it more like of a sweet sound with the acoustic guitar and everything. And we're actually going to go to Florida. You know how the whole thing's happening over there with like jobs and all that for immigrants that can't work anymore and all that stuff. Yeah. So we want to go out there and we want to tap in with people, with immigrants. You know what I mean?
Are you gonna try to link up with Riff Raff?
Definitely not.
No.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're gonna start a movement. I don't want to speak too much about it yet because we're still in the works. But we're gonna start a new movement that's gonna definitely be able to ultimately help immigrant kids. You know what I mean? So whether it's like helping with their dreams, maybe music or anything really. You know what I'm saying? Music is cool just because that's what I do. But you know, like we do need doctors and all that too. You know, not everybody has to be a rapper. So, you know, that's the direction I want to take my career in. And I feel like it's definitely like on the right path. You know, and
definitely.
And thank God I've been able to meet a lot of people, not just in the music industry, but like even like city councilmen and all that stuff too. Where like I'm able to possibly set up a few different events in the future where like we can bring the community together and start going from there.
There you go. No, we're super excited about that and proud.
Badass, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then any last things you want to plug or a little message or anything? The room is yours.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Just going back into that. You know, I just feel like I want to encourage everybody to just like follow your dreams. You know what I'm saying? It's very cliche because I feel like everybody says that, but not really though. Like. It don't matter what you're trying to do. Like you really got to put your mind into it, and you got to stay focused. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the homies that I have, like a lot of them are so talented, bro. Like so talented. Like they're way better DJs than I am. Way better producers than I am, and then way better lyricists and everything than I am. But one thing that's gonna stop you is like your work ethic. You feel me? So if you don't put like your 120% into it. It don't matter how good you are at anything. Like you're not gonna progress. It's not gonna go anywhere. You know what I mean? And then a lot of homies too. Like you know they kind of like lost track when they got families and stuff like that. But I feel like that should just give you more fuel for you to step up to the plate and then be able to become who you want to become. So
exactly. So
just don't let anything stop you. I know like for example for me, it's crazy that you mentioned that like the whole accent shit because. When I was trying to do the whole Spanish thing, when I had just started, like the full 100% Spanish speaking people, like some of them was like, "Oh, I don't know, bro. I think you should stick to English because like you have this crazy like accent in Spanish too."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But for me, it was like, nah, like hell no, because listen to Afrobeat music, like that's popping right now. Burna Boy, Wizkid. Like all these guys, like they popping right now in the U.S.
Yeah, it's true.
Bro, I love that music.
Like, who's that kid that made that song with Selena Gomez right now?
Oh, Rema?
Yeah,
Rema?
there you go. Him.
Yo, like he's popping. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I love his music. I love all this Afrobeat music.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing is, I don't understand half the things they're saying.
Exactly.
But I don't care. I'll play.
Matter.
That's in my playlist right now. Like, that's what I'm listening to right now. And goes to show you, like, if the music is right and it feels good, it don't matter what language it is.
Yeah, like
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
We would play it right now, but we don't want the speakers to catch fire either.
Yeah. So that was like, you know, because like I felt a little discouraged for a bit when people was like, nah, bro, you didn't even like your Spanish is not 100% good right now. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like,
trip.
And I was like, so what? And you know, like in my head, I'm like, I didn't argue with nobody because I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with nobody. But I was thinking of that. Like that's the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, Afro music, that's what's popping right now worldwide, and we don't have to understand every single word for us to like it. That's probably one of my top genres right now. You know what I mean? Of course, Paso Pluma's killing it too.
Everybody.
But yeah, but my point is like I don't have to understand every single word you're saying for me to like it, and that's me not understanding every word you're saying. Now, me actually understanding it, but just because you have a little accent, it's not gonna make me not want to hear you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know, again, I didn't let that stop me. I'm still, you know, doing this music thing, and I got a lot of projects coming out, and I don't want to speak too much on it too, because you know, it's still in the works. But I sat down with a certain label.
Okay.
And almost like technically I have like some homework.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I have to go back into the studio, create what they're looking for, which is along like right on my lane. But I'm gonna switch it to Spanish.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if I'm able to get this project together in a timely manner, then I can bring it back to the label and see if we can land into a situation.
All right. My bad, Manny.
No,
My bad
worries.
to the audience. We had to take a little break.
We good.
All right.
Always when they take a break.
I know, dude. Fuck. Always at the end too.
Low key, I had to too. I just was holding it.
Yeah. Right? It just happens like when you're comfortable, you're sitting down. Fuck, I gotta take a piss too.
Feel that.
All right. And then all right. So the last thing I want to bring up, and like people would be, no, 3 people would be pissed at me if I didn't bring this up. All right. So back in the day, there was a young rapper named D-Lo. I don't know if you remember him. You probably do not.
D-Lo.
Yeah.
Hey.
No. He didn't produce any music. He was a freestyle rapper
okay.
or a battle rapper, as he puts it. He does not rap anymore. He went to college and he's got a square life now. Yeah, but he put out a diss track against you way back in 2007.
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Damn.
I remember it was on YouTube. It got almost 70 views. Yeah, I wanted like, and he told me to ask you if you remember that. You don't? Okay, good. Sorry. Nah, I had to bring that up. That was a personal thing.
Is it still up? I want to hear it.
Hey, should we play? I mean,
I'll have to ask for the link, but I'll send it to you.
All right, for
I'll
sure.
send it
That's
to
dope.
you. Yeah. But it's not. It's not. The freestyle was not good. I'm sorry, D-Lo.
Nah, it's cool that I have a diss record to me.
Yeah. All right, man. All right, so this has been another episode of Tall Boy Sunday. Please like, share, subscribe, all that. And I prefer hate comments.
Yeah, you prefer.
I prefer hate comments, but please leave a comment for DJ Lico.
Yes, sir.
Positive, please.
Leave any type of
Yeah. All right. Thanks.
I mean, you saw how excited he was for the diss track,
Yeah,
right?
right?
Yeah, nah, I like, bro, like I like confrontational stuff. Like, I don't know. Probably just because, like, you know, the circles I've been in and all that. Like, I find it interesting and funny and exciting when there's altercations and stuff. Like that.
I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll send it to you. I'll find it. 'Cause
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, in general. I'm not saying I'm about to like go figure out who D-Lo is or nothing.
All right. This has been another episode of Tall Boy Sunday. Thank you.
See you.